Hey everyone, Eva Thompson here. Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you about what to do if you feel like your partner might be lying to you about their past, or if you have asked all the questions in different ways, you've gotten the answers, and maybe when you get the answers they add up, but then if you get triggered later on, you're left questioning everything again. So that's the one thing I want to address. The other thing is what to do when you are in the RJ, you're really struggling with it, and you're wondering, how do I go back to how I was before I had the RJ? Because for a lot of people, they get into a relationship, they go through the honeymoon phase, they think their partner is perfect, they can do no wrong, and then they find out about their past and the RJ starts. And often they just want to go back to how it was before they knew, before the RJ started, when they felt like their partner could do no wrong. So I want to talk about that as well. There was a comment made under one of my YouTube videos addressing these two topics, so that is why I want to talk about them. The comment says, how do I stop these thoughts on some loose ends my partner isn't fully able to explain to me? How do I fully get convinced of what they have told me? When this happens, when you think your partner is lying to you about their past, you might begin to feel helpless. You might want to ask a lot of questions, you might think about it all the time, and you may feel helpless because you feel like you have no control over this. They either can tell you the truth or not, or they're telling you the truth and you just don't believe it. What I would recommend here is taking a step back and looking at what you can control. So you've asked these questions. It's good to not ask anymore if you're struggling with RJ, because that's acting out the compulsion and it's making the RJ worse. But say you've asked certain questions, they've given you the answers, and you are not satisfied with the answers, you're not convinced. The way that I see it, you have two choices. You can either choose to put your trust in them, choose to give them the benefit of the doubt, or not. And then also you need to explore what will that look like for your relationship. Because a relationship, in order for it to work, there needs to be trust there, obviously. Now, if you want to be with this person, choosing to trust them is important. And it can be really difficult for an RJ sufferer because you will keep getting intrusive thoughts about what if they're lying, what if they're not being truthful. And RJ and OCD in general feeds off of uncertainty. So what we can't be 100% certain about, even if there's that 0.1% chance they might be lying, the RJ will hone in on that. And all the intrusive thoughts that begin with what if will start coming. What if they're lying? What if this happened? What if that happens? What if this happens in the future? What if that happened in the past? These are the kind of thoughts that people get. So choosing to put your trust in them means that I want to be with this person, and therefore I'm choosing to put my trust in them, knowing that I don't have a guarantee that they are telling me the truth. But because I am with them and I want to be with them, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And then every time a thought comes in, remind yourself of that. Because you can't control their mind, whether or not they want to keep some things private, whether or not they don't want to share certain things. If you want to put your trust in them and allow them their privacy and stop asking questions, then that is one option. The other option is to say, you know what, I don't believe you, you're not convincing me. And then what does that mean though for you and for the relationship? Does that mean that you want to leave them? Does that mean that you're okay with feeling not convinced and you can go on in the relationship? But again, if there's no trust, then the relationship probably won't last that long. So it's important to look at when you feel so helpless and you feel like certain things are not adding up, and you've got no control over their thoughts, whether or not they're telling the truth, how something happened, when it happened. It's good to look at your choices as an individual and say to yourself, okay, I feel this way, what can I do about it? Instead of just asking questions or trying to ask the questions in a different way. If you're watching this, you likely have already done that. And it's not helping anyone. It's not helping your relationship, it's not helping your partner, it's not helping you, it's not helping with the RJ. So making a choice is where I would start. So that's the one thing. The second thing I want to talk about is, and this comment says, do you feel that I'll become my normal self again? Prior to me finding these facts out of my partner, I feel as though I was a different person in terms of having enthusiasm, interests, and more energy. I'm slowly getting back to that self, but occasionally these loose ends get the best of me. So like I said, you get into a relationship, you feel really good. It's the honeymoon phase, you think your partner's perfect. You find out about their past and it all comes crashing down. And all you want to do is go back to how it used to be. And although this is perfectly understandable, it's probably not going to serve you if all you want to do is go back. Because you're not going to go back to how it used to be before you knew about RJ. You're not going to be that exact same person again. That doesn't mean that you can't be a happier, better version of yourself and the relationship can't grow and evolve to an even better place than it used to be before the RJ. But my point here is, instead of looking back and wanting to go back to how you used to be before you knew, look forward into how you can rebuild a relationship, rebuild yourself, and create something that was more beautiful, more powerful, and stronger than before. Because it's all fine and well getting into a relationship and thinking your partner is perfect, and that might go on for a few months or maybe a year or two. 2 years is a long time, but say a few months to a year. But then, if you really want to be with this person and you want to move in together, or you want to have a family together, or if you even just want to spend your life with them, there are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be tough moments. There are going to be things about this person that bother you. They're not perfect. It's great, you get into a relationship, you think they're perfect, but no one is perfect. Retroactive jealousy sufferers struggle a lot with perfectionism. They try to be perfect, they're very hard on themselves, therefore they're also very hard on their partners. They want their partner to be perfect, they want their relationship to be perfect, and it's good to strive for great things, of course, but the perfectionism hinders you. So looking forward and thinking about, how can I become a better, more mature, calmer version of myself, where I still can enjoy things that I used to, but now, instead of us both expecting perfection from each other, we have built this relationship on a solid foundation where we understand that we are both imperfect, but we also really want to be together, and therefore we are going to work hard on maintaining this relationship, on fixing what breaks. Because things will go wrong in a long-term relationship, things will come up, and you're not always going to feel like you're in the honeymoon phase and that they can do no wrong. So having a strong foundation and understanding that neither of you are perfect, but you do love each other, you do want to be together, and you will fight for that, you both will, is the best thing that you can do, because no one has any guarantees about whether or not the relationship is going to last forever. But if you're with someone that is willing to fight for the relationship just as much as you are, without wanting to be perfect, then I think you have a good chance at a long-lasting relationship. So guys, just to recap, thank you to the person that commented on the YouTube video. If you're wondering whether or not your partner is telling you the truth about their past, then again, look at your options. What can you do here? Asking more questions, probably not a good idea. You've probably done that already. Choosing to put your trust in them, what does that mean? What sacrifices do you have to make if you do that? What is it going to take within you to do that? What do you have to remind yourself every time an intrusive thought comes in? These are things to consider. Or if you just can't trust them, if it doesn't add up to you and you can't accept it, then what do you want to do with that? Are you still okay being with them and not knowing, or not? And instead of looking back and wanting to go back to the honeymoon phase or thinking that they're perfect, look forward into, how can I build a more solid, stronger, and better relationship that is going to last. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Take care.